Paul, a point from a 1-1 draw with league leaders Gateshead this afternoon, and as much as I think you've just said to me there that you'd have taken that at 3 o'clock, that after the 90 minutes have passed, there's some disappointment there that maybe it wasn't a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team. You can see what they're about. We experienced, probably a better version of them at their place. What's a month, 5 weeks ago. But I think, where our squad's at now, where I'm a lot more happier with our squad, and that's probably why we're disappointed, because at 1-0 the first 15 minutes of the second half we put them under pressure. We had 2 or 3 opportunities to double the lead with a little bit more composure and self-belief we may take. But like I said to you before, at 3 o'clock you're taking a point against the best side in the division.
I mean, they are a good team. We've seen evidence of that, plenty of times already this season. I mean, what was your plan against them? How did you aim to go into the game?
It was basically just to get about them, to be narrower across the middle of the pitch. I felt when we played at their place we were too open, which allowed them to be expansive the way they want to play and get the rotations through the middle of the pitch, and they try and open you up, and they do it well if you're not disciplined. And I thought after the first 15 of the second half, I thought we went away from being as strong as we'd been and as organised as we'd been, and we opened up a little bit, which allowed them spaces to play through, and they got a little bit of success with it, which ended up being where the goal came from, because it was pressure from a set piece. But then we changed it and we stopped their threat, I felt, when we changed the formation, and then that gave us a more of a foothold and sort of nullified the space to play through us. And then I thought, as the game was finishing, I thought we were coming after it again. But like I said, a point against top of the league when we've busted probably everybody's coupon today, which I'm glad for that. Yeah,
absolutely. And concentration, I would imagine, against a side like Gateshead is an important thing, isn't it? Their movement is very good. You're watching them all the time, aren't you?
Yeah, well, you see the front three, you see the 2 advanced midfielders. They swap. The midfielders go high. The 2 wide forwards, they drop in. They're moving all the time. They come in off the sides. The fullbacks push on and go on the outside. So obviously it's clear that they work on it, but you've got to have good players to be able to understand it, to make it come out on the pitch. It's all right working on it on the training pitch, but you have to have good understanding and good ability to be able to do it, and good discipline. And I felt that's where we were good today. I felt our discipline was really good. And like I say, a bit more self-belief, and you could be doubling the lead and making it even more difficult for them to get something out of it. But like I said, I keep saying it, every point we gain is a good point.
Pleased with Ryan Burke's debut today?
I'm very pleased, yeah. We obviously had to do something in that position. Ross done really well there on Tuesday night, but I just felt we were gonna try and get more of the ball, which isn't always easy when you've got a right footer or a right back playing at left back who's a more defence minded player, and he was unfortunate to miss out. And like I said out there to the radio, he's a manager's dream really, and in fact he does everything right, he gets on with it, he does everything, he tries his best to do everything you ask of him, and he accepted it. And it was more about him not being involved today. It was about the permutations and the what ifs for the substitutes. But going back to Berkey, I thought he was very good, very assured. Played like he's from a higher level, which he is, and I think he will get better.
So, and obviously pleased to have Keaton's loan extended as well.
Definitely, I think Keaton's the last couple of games has done really well. He started when he first came in, he done well. He had a little bit of a dip where lads, especially young lads who've come into a team, the first few games are on adrenaline and they're running about and they're buzzing and they're being effective in the game with energy, and then he sort of dipped off it a little bit, I think by his own admission as well. But the last couple where he takes instructions on, he's constantly asking questions, which young players should always do. All players should always do. You know, and he wants to improve, and pleased to have him the loan extended with him.
It's been a really busy February, and we're into March and Tuesday, and that doesn't stop, does it? You've got a game with Curzon on Tuesday, and then Alfreton here again. So a little run of 3 home games.
Yeah.
You know, a point today is a good kick-off, a good start to that.
Yeah, it is. I'll repeat myself again. Any point's a good point. We just got to make sure that we're right, we're ready. I tell the lads after every game, make sure you're ready for the next. Do whatever you can to be ready, do whatever you can to be fit, look after yourselves, live right, and let's go and try and turn these draws into victories, and really show the belief that we should have, because there's some good players. The squad's a lot better. There's a lot more, I feel, in the dressing room. I feel there's a lot more determination about us, which is a good thing, and that'll see us right.
Okay, thanks for your time, Paul. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Cheers.